Hi everybody, today is January 11th, 2014. This was sent in by one of my subscribers there in the UK. You know who you are. Thank you. This is definitely a sign that the government is run by nothing but dictators. Another one of the 10 signs that you are losing your democratic freedoms. Military and civilian police lock down Plymouth pubs in hunts for drugs. Herald Defense reporter Rebecca Ricks spent a night with civilian and military police on an operation to sniff out illegal drugs. Here she explained what happened. A sniffer dog fearlessly makes its way around one of the city's busiest bars, pointing its nose at revelers who are forbidden from leaving until the living, breathing dog detecting machine can complete its work. After 10 minutes of meticulous searching, nothing is found, and the pub goers are free to get on with their night. This is Operation WID, a deter, detect, and disrupt anti-drug patrol. Hailed as the UK's first, the Royal Navy Police, British Transport Police, Ministry of Defence Police, and Devon and Cornwall Police joined forces to create visible drug deterrence in Plymouth city centre. Instigated by the Royal Navy, the operation is a means of building on already close relationships between military and civilian police forces. It is the first time that it has ever happened on such a scale, and leads as a warning to those considering drug use in the nighttime economy. To be a warning to the people that the Orwellian nightmare is already upon us. We want to work with the community, residents, and businesses in an area where the Royal Navy is a key member. We also want to promote the force's zero-tolerance policy on drugs, explained Lieutenant Commander Andy Billing, the Royal Navy Provost Marshal in the West. Lieutenant Commander Billings added, "I don't think anywhere in the country has had such a big operation with so many agencies in one place. We have worked with other agencies for some time, but never to this magnitude. It could be a sign of where things will be going in the future." Police Community Partnership Sergeant Tim Hayden said success of the night were not based on arrests, but the ability to work so closely together to provide a strong deterrence. Arrests are not our target or success, then what was it? Big Brother, that's what it was, to show what they could get away with. It's our relationship, he said. If there had been no arrests, we would still have seen this as a success. All 4 agencies started the night at the naval base before saddling up for the first search. It's 10:30 p.m. on Union Street. Waiting in a central car park is a force of police officers from 4 very different agencies. One by one, the team of 40 officers locked down the city pubs and bars as sniffer dogs searched some of Plymouth's most popular venues for people using banned drugs. No one is allowed to enter and no one is allowed to leave as the searches took place. A Ministry of Defense sniffer dog is taken throughout the premises by its handler. The presence of so many officers causes somewhat of a stir. You bet it would. The officers regroup and prepare to search on the often student-populated North Hill. It's bustling with drinkers, and one by one the officers file in. Once again, no one is allowed to enter and no one is allowed to leave while the search takes place. A second negative drug search is complete. Across the city in another premise, the first, and what turns out to be the only arrest takes place. A woman is caught in possession of a controlled drug. She is taken to Charles Cross Police Station to be interviewed. Later in the night, one of the 3 search dogs working indicates a positive find. One search, the male, is not in possession of any drug, but heaven forbid he admits to the officers that he had been smoking cannabis earlier. Pot. Oh my God. During the night, almost a dozen premises are entered by the team, with hundreds of people that are searched. With such a large number of officers in one establishment at a time, it was certainly a visible operation to even the most intoxicated of people. The operation finishes up about 2 a.m. Sergeant Hayden said he deemed the operation a success. So much so the public can expect to see many more searches of this kind. Of the dozen pubs, bars, whatever, venues that they searched, they only made 1 arrest. 1 arrest of hundreds of people. Can you believe that? Overall, the operation has been extremely successful. 1 female has been arrested for possession of a controlled drug, what pot, and awaits interview at Charles Cross Police Station. On the partnership side of these dictators, it ran very smoothly. It is the first time it was ever done, and it worked really well. More to come, you know that. It is certainly something we will continue to do in the future, and we will work to further develop these operations. I am without words. I am without words. Lieutenant Commander Billings said this evening we have given a very visible anti-drug operation in conjunction with British Transport Police, Ministry of Defence Police, and Devon and Cornwall Police to deter civilians and servicemen from using drugs. He explained that although the Navy does not have any serious drug use problems, they're going to use the excuse that a very small minority that do look to use prohibited substances and their zero tolerance is the reason for this Stormtrooper event. He added, we recruit from the general population, so there will always be a small minority who do use drugs, but we have a very robust zero tolerance policy. Service personnel are governed by the Armed Forces Act. They can be dealt with through the service justice system or the civilian system. Had a serviceman been arrested last night, they would have been dealt with by the military police. Had they been caught in possession of drugs, they not only face criminal sanctions, but the immediate loss of their careers. A risk the high majority are not willing to take. Well, they didn't find but one woman. That was it, one woman. Out of over a dozen bars and hundreds of people, and she wasn't even in the military. Chief Inspector Brendan Brookshaw of Devon and Cornwall Police added, we want Plymouth to be a thriving nighttime economy, but not a drug-fueled economy. Well, evidently it's not, huh? We are not either saying there's a drug problem in any of these premises, but there is drug use in Plymouth. Oh, wow, pot. Ooh. I am so surprised that riots did not break out because these people actually take to the streets more often than they do here in the U.S. So if they got away with it there in the UK, you know darn well they're going to start doing this here in the U.S. Alright, bookmark my site. I'll keep you up to date. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you all.